The first person to see the risen Jesus wasn't a priest. It wasn't a king. It wasn't a theologian with all the answers. It was a woman who had been crying at a tomb, alone, before sunrise. And when she ran to tell the disciples, you know what they did. They didn't believe her. If you've ever felt like your testimony was too small, too emotional, too much, you're in good company. Because the first Easter announcement was doubted too. If that speaks to you already, stay with me to the end. This story might be for you. Let's go back to that morning. John chapter 20, verse 1. Mary Magdalene comes to the tomb while it's still dark. That detail isn't accidental. John doesn't waste words. She came in the dark, because grief doesn't wait for sunrise. Pain doesn't keep business hours. She had watched him die. She had seen where they laid him. And now the stone was moved. Her first thought wasn't he's risen. Her first thought was someone has taken him. Because when you've been through enough loss, your brain stops expecting miracles. You stop hoping because hope has let you down before. Can I talk to somebody who knows what that feels like? You've prayed the same prayer so many times, the words feel hollow now. You've stood at the edge of a promise God made you, and watched it look like a tomb. You didn't run away from God. You're still here, still showing up before sunrise. But somewhere inside, a voice is saying, maybe it's over. Maybe I missed it. Maybe God moved on. That's where Mary was. And that's exactly where the resurrection met her. John 20 verses 11 to 16. Mary is standing outside the tomb, weeping. Two angels appear, and here's what gets me. They ask her, why are you crying? Not, stop crying. Not, didn't you listen to what he said? Just why? As if heaven wanted to hear her heart before it revealed the answer. God isn't offended by your grief. He doesn't fast forward past your pain. He leans in and asks, tell me where it hurts. Then Mary turns around. Jesus is standing right there, and she doesn't recognize him. She thinks he's the gardener. And he asks her the same question. Why are you crying? Who are you looking for? The one word. He says her name. Mary. And everything changed. Not a sermon. Not a sign. Not a spectacle. Just her name, spoken by the voice that knew her completely. That's the resurrection. Not just an empty tomb, but a God who knows your name and calls it. Here's what I need you to understand today. The resurrection wasn't just something that happened to Jesus. It's something that happens to you. Romans 6 verse 4 says, we were buried with him through baptism into death, in order that, just as Christ was raised from the dead through the glory of the Father, we too may live a new life. A new life. Not a patched-up version of the old one. Not the same story with a better ending. A new life. That thing you buried. The dream, the marriage, the hope, the version of yourself you used to be. Easter says the burial isn't the final word. Let me be direct with you today. Some of you came into this Easter season exhausted. You've been performing fine for everyone around you, but inside, you feel like a tomb. Something died in you. Maybe last year. Maybe longer ago than that. You don't talk about it because you're supposed to be strong. You don't cry about it because you've run out of tears. But God sees the stone. He sees what's sealed inside you. And Easter is his answer. He specializes in rolling stones away from things people gave up on. If you're believing God to move in something that feels buried right now, type I believe in the comments. Let's stand in faith together. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 55. Paul looks death in the face and says, where, O death, is your victory? Where, O death, is your sting? That's not denial. That's defiance. That's a man who understood that the resurrection didn't just save souls. It rewrote the rules of what's possible. If God can take the worst Friday in history and turn it into the greatest Sunday, what does that mean for the worst season of your life? If he can walk out of a sealed tomb, what makes you think your situation is too locked down for him to move? The same power that raised Jesus from the dead, is living inside everyone who believes. That's not a motivational slogan. That's Romans 8 verse 11. You are not carrying yesterday's weakness into today. You are carrying resurrection power. Mary went to that tomb to mourn what she had lost. She left as the first evangelist in history, sent by Jesus himself to carry the news. The same person, completely transformed. In minutes. That's what an encounter with the risen Christ does. You don't leave the same way you came. So wherever you are watching this, whatever tomb you've been standing outside of, hear him say your name today. Not who you were. Not what you've done. Not what you've lost. He's already out. He's already risen. And he's calling you into the same. If this message reached you today, share it with someone who needs resurrection hope this Easter. Like and follow for daily words of faith and strength.